today we're going to be diving into the world of acoustic treatment. How much of a difference is it actually going to make? Let's find out. So welcome back to the channel, guys. Chris here. So like I said, today's video we're going to be looking at acoustic treatment. Basically, long story short, I'm getting this room acoustically treated. Big shout out to my friend Max, who also works at the studio here. Big shout out to his dad, because he actually built us all of these panels. We just purchased the materials and the legend has gone and assembled everything himself. So we're basically just going to be putting panels up on the wall. I'm going to do a clap test and see what the difference is, maybe a little bit of recording here and there, but I'm really excited. This is the first time I'm getting a room pretty treated in this sense, so I decided I'll take you on the journey with me and we can see what a difference it makes together. We can discuss and discover the trials and tribulations that we're about to face going through with this. But first, a quick clap test. I've got my microphone in the back of the room. You can see it there. We'll just see how it sounds with and without the treatment. I'm going to do a Sonarworks kind of measure of the room just to see what we're dealing with in the first place. If you hark back to the first video of me moving into this space, you can check that out up here. You might notice obviously I'm filming it all with a GoPro, so the audio is all pretty live and, you know, it's not very close mic'd like I am now. But when I move in and the room is empty, you can hear how super reflective this room is. We're in a rectangle, the classic unfortunate studio situation, but it's probably what most of us have to deal with. Now that we've actually filled it up, we've got a bunch more stuff in here. The reflections are way less or way more scattered, I guess. That helps, but I'm curious to see how this is going to work out after we've measured and done the changes with the room and stuff like that. So I'll be curious just to see how that sounds. So yeah, let's measure out the room. We'll get the panels installed and then see what the difference is. Right now we do have these two panels in the background, but they are technically from a vocal booth. They're like the GIK foldable treatment, you could say, and they work really good, but they are basically temporary until we got the acoustic treatment in here sorted. They will be leaving, but they do look nice. But otherwise, yeah, they're going to be gone very shortly. But yes, so let's get the room measured and then we'll see what the difference is. Okay, moment of truth. The measurements are all done. Let's see what we're saying. Oh, okay. I mean, classic to have like a dip around 60 hertz. Well, thus, ideally, we've got some bass traps coming, so hopefully that would be a nice little fix. Little bump at, what is this, 120? Not terrible. It's definitely way more aligned than it was in my last room, which is great. In my last room, I think I had like a minus 12 dB dip in like 60 hertz in only one speaker. Like they were canceling out. It was horrible. But this is manageable. At least we can fix this, see how it goes. So now when we get the panels in, we'll do a remeasure and then see what the difference is between the two charts. But very exciting. I am going to go ahead and do one of these for the vocals as well, just so we can see how they both react. But otherwise, it's looking pretty cool. So let's crack on and we'll see how we do. Okay, so a cut into the future. As you can see one of the panels. Basically, everything is set up by this point, but I figured I would mention the chaos that pursued just after this scene. So I was measuring the speakers. Basically, I was doing the Sonarworks. I finished doing my Dynaudios. I went to go do the vocals. And what happened? I accidentally stuck a measuring tape right through one of our tweeters. The magnet in the speaker actually attracted the tape and just forced itself through the speaker, basically. So yeah, that's a nice little bill I have to pay for, but otherwise the treatment came out really good. I'm still waiting to hear what the vocals sound like in here, but otherwise the room is sounding great. We've got a large set of bass traps. We've got two panels on the front, a panel behind the camera here, we've got a panel here. We've got two stacked on top of each other in the back with one beside it. And then we have one more panel, which we're kind of figuring out what to do. We got some good help from our friend Toby, who basically installed all of these for us. And we were on a last minute decision of should we save a panel and maybe use them on the ceiling, because that would be quite ideal to help out. But I think we decided we'll save the additional panel and we'll just make a couple of fresh panels for the ceiling. Otherwise, it's sounding really good in here. I have done another Sonarworks and the difference isn't actually as big as I imagined it would be, but it does sound really good in here, safe to say. I'm going to show you a quick picture of what it's looking like. So this is how it was looking when the room was untreated, and this is what it's looking now. So not a huge difference. You can see things have kind of minimized slightly. A bit of the high peaks have come down, but then some peaks have actually gone up slightly. That dip that I was hoping we would tackle, not really doing much, but the speakers have seemed to kind of align in the low end, which is also pretty good. It's not looking too bad. I would assume that that low end dip is probably then just from the size of the room, and it's cancelling out because it's not big enough, so in turn it's probably just cancelling out. But otherwise it's come out looking pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it. I did record the clap test. I didn't actually film myself doing it, but I have recorded it. I left the microphone in the same position. So for the sake of the example, I'm going to clap and just stick the audio on top of it. So there you have it. That's the difference in sound in this room. I think it sounds a fair bit better. There is still a little bit of reflection, but I'm assuming it's maybe from the ceiling. So hopefully when we tackle that, will be as good as it gets, safe to say. But again, shout out to Max's dad. I'm going to do a little compilation of the clips he provided us with of him making these panels. I'm sure he spent a lot of time working on them, and you can tell because the quality of these panels is really good. And yeah, he's doing a wonderful job in this room. I'm very happy. But I think that's about it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, let us know in the comment section below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on acoustic treatment. Have you done it yourselves? Have you hired someone in? I'd just love to start a conversation. So let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are about the treatment we've done today. And also don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. The support really helps, and thank you to anyone who's already done so. It has been a little bit of time since I've posted a video. There's been a lot of things going on, especially with the work going on in here. It's been quite chaotic recently, so apologies for the delay in posting. But saying that, I'm very excited because coming up to the next year, 2025, I've got a lot of things in store and I can't wait to show them to you. We've got a lot of plugins to review and a lot of music to be made. So stay tuned for more of that. And once again, I've been Chris Vella, and I'll see you guys on the next one.